Hi, I'm Sally Quinn, and welcome to the God Vote. Today we have Lynn, the Executive Director of Americans United for Separation of Church and State. So Barry, now the election is over. Tell me what the results are for secular America.
Well, frankly, the truth of the matter is, although most of the voters yesterday said that they were voting on the basis of the economy and the sorry state they believe it to be in, not on social issues, the collateral consequences for the Constitution are going to be very significant. The leaders of the House, for example, John Boehner, Eric Cantor, are people who support teaching creationism in public schools. They support school vouchers for primarily religious private schools. They support the faith-based initiative, the idea of giving money to religious organizations with very few strings attached, including allowing them to hire preferentially people of their own religious faith, a violation of the whole principle of civil rights in the country. But when you have Mr. Boehner and Mr. Cantor as the new leaders in the House, you're going to see them taking on these issues.
Rand Paul has said Christianity is the basis of American society and values. He also has said it helps a society to have that religious underpinning. It helps people to have a moral compass and a basis for their day-to-day life, and he is also in favor of prayer in the schools. And he won big.
He did. And I agree with him about one thing, that is that religion can be a very positive force in your personal life, but for the government to get involved in the business of prayers, selecting who's going to pray, when they're going to pray, what they're going to pray about, is a shocking statement when he made it, given that he wants the government out of everything else. The Republicans who made arguments that said separation of church and state, we don't even believe in it, like Christine O'Donnell, lost. And it looks like at least two others, including Sharon Engel, who said church-state separation, never heard of it. People, I think, across the board believe that separation is a good idea. We just have some debate over its application.
So you don't think that that went over with Sharon Engel and Christine O'Donnell, and both of whom said that it was God's plan for them to run?
It's very, very difficult to find the evidence that God intervenes in political campaigns on one side or the other, and occasionally Democrats say that too.
How do you feel that the Obama administration has done on the issue of separation of church and state?
I'm very disappointed in the president. I think the president should have curtailed the activities of the faith-based organizations that were getting government funding and still, to this day, being allowed to discriminate in hiring, give preferential treatment for people of the same faith. I think also I was very disappointed this week when the Obama administration sided with the religious right on a program before the Supreme Court in Arizona that allows essentially taxpayers to fund private religious schools. And even the Obama administration said taxpayers really shouldn't have the right to challenge these kinds of programs in court.
And where do you go from here? What's your next move?
Well, I think one of the things we do is we solidify the very clear opposition that many of the Democrats who survived have, particularly in the Senate, and occasionally joined by one or two Republicans as well, to make sure that they can block the adverse actions that are taken by the House.
Thank you.
Thank you.